Okay, so most of us are aware of what cancel culture is, but a lot of us don't realize just how ineffective it is. Like, yeah, we can cancel anybody at any time we want, but how long does it actually last? Because people get canceled every single day, and you wouldn't even notice because they're still here. What's up, you guys? My name is Nick, and if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and like, comment, subscribe down below, and follow me on some of my socials, which are linked in the description. But in this video, I'm here to talk about cancel culture and why it just shouldn't be a thing. Cancel culture is one of the single-handedly most ineffective things to happen in this generation. And like, it has potential, it has promise, but nobody's gonna carry through with it, so as I said, it's ineffective. And in this video, you're gonna find out all the reasons why, because honestly, at this point, I'm just tired of hearing about people getting canceled. So to start us off, I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all a general definition of what cancel culture is. And basically, cancel culture, if you didn't already know, which you must be living in a rock like Patrick Star, is when your faves, when celebrities, when influencers get canceled. That's an awful definition. I can't use the word I'm trying to describe. Basically, they do something bad and people say, let's not support them anymore. But as you're gonna find out in this video, no matter what some of these people do, we're gonna support them. Maybe not me, maybe not you, but somebody out there is gonna support them. And as long as they have those supporters, they're not getting canceled. And truth be told, it's not that hard to see when somebody is canceled, because the second you click on Twitter, it's gonna be one of the top trending tags. XYXY, cancel patient. I said cancel patient, oh my gosh, I can't do this anymore. Hashtag XYZ is canceled. And then you click on the hashtags, be like, what are they canceled for? But long story short, it's like a cheap glue stick. It's not gonna stick. It's not gonna stick. So in the age of the internet, it's not very hard to get canceled because people can dig up your past. And a lot of us have been young and naive at some point in our lives, and we have said some things that we may or may not have meant, but regardless, when the internet pulls them back, you're in trouble for them anyways. And I'm just gonna throw off a couple of examples. Jeffree Star was found to be racist and just an awful friend and an awful person. Like, were coming out against him like it was freaking Jeffrey Epstein Part 2. His power, his mind, his money. But he's still a nasty person. Don't get me wrong. And then we also have people like Miss Addison Rae, who said Black Lives Matter was a cult and something else like that. But let's not get into Little Miss Live Laugh Love today. We have people like James Charles, who people said was a predator. Honestly, I don't know him personally. Maybe he is a predator, maybe he isn't. I feel like he seems like a cool guy. He's talented, I'll give him that. But yeah, that's TBD. I wouldn't be able to tell you, and if he is, he's getting away with it really well. But all of that to say, the internet will dig up your past. The internet will dig up your personal life and throw it on a public platform so everybody can see it. And then everybody can choose whether or not you get canceled. Like, it's cutesy, you know? But not really. So the reason why I feel like most cancels don't stick is because of two things. So we have number one coming in as these things called true fans, and these true fans are basically your diehards, where no matter what you do, they're gonna sit here and they're gonna love you and support the hell out of you regardless. Like, you could punch them in the face, spit on them, call them garbage trash. You could get on Twitter and start tweeting real recklessly, and they'd be like, oh my gosh, I get it, you guys. He said some rough things, but he's a good person at heart. So yeah, those are your true fans. Those are your ride or dies. Those are the ones that are gonna support you. They'll ride with you. You die, they die. Cool. And the second thing is that some people just straight up do not keep up with this stuff or care enough. And this is where little Miss Doja Cat comes into play. So she said some real crazy. I was sitting here, I was like, I don't know if she's canceled or what, but regardless, she weird. She felt different, where all of her internet stuff got leaked and she was on the little chat room saying some crazy stuff. I mean, is she mixed? What is she? I don't know if she's white, black, Italian. Damn, all I know is she said some real reckless stuff and we canceled her. Here was her saving grace. I feel like it should have been anybody else, she would have been canceled, but people just didn't care enough about her scandal. And too many people over here didn't even notice no punches there. Like, no, she wasn't going anywhere. Even when she was canceled, she was probably making millions a day. Because people over here bop and say so in her music like there was no tomorrow. So it's like, okay, we don't like Doja Cat, but can we listen to her music? And people did. And now she's not canceled. Well, I don't know. But basically, what I'm getting at when I said all of that is sometimes people just really do not care enough. People do not read into the social media trending comments and tags. They're too busy doing their own thing. They're just like, please just let me listen to my music in peace. I don't care what she said. I want to vibe out. And that's cool. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Not to mention the internet, it's just such a temporary place. All I'm meaning to say is the topic always changes. So if you're in a scandal, you're only going to be in your scandal for a week tops before someone else finds something else to get mad about. And the internet takes their eyes off of you and puts them onto somebody else. Because like, look, the internet, they got the minds of f***ing goldfish. They're dumb as I mean, I include it, but literally how quickly they will turn off of a topic that they swore was going to go to the end of the world. And I'm like, oh my gosh, the internet is so temporary. It's limelight. It's straight up limelight. So cancel culture can't work because people aren't gonna like study like a freaking history book. It's like, okay, it's over, cool. What can we get mad about next? Like the internet, they want to be mad. They're a little bit malicious on the internet. I'm definitely talking about you, Twitter. Just think about it. We have people like Ariana Grande, Jeffree Star, James Charles, Doja Cat, Mariah freaking Carey, and they all bounce back. But Ariana, everybody's mad that she licked some donuts. People say that she wants to be white and black. People, they say all kinds of crazy stuff about my girl Ari, and I love her to death. So, you know, I don't read into those trending. But long story short, she's bounced back. She's more famous than ever. She's probably like the most famous female celebrity on this earth right now, next to Beyonce and Rihanna. She's up there though. We have lots of talented women, and she's just one of them. Her power, her mind, her vocals, immaculate. We have people like James Charles, as I said, possibly a predator, possibly not. I'm not here to speculate on that, that's none of my business, but he was canceled and he came back from it. Now his cancel did last for a pretty good bit of time, and his cancel was kind of intense. Like, I felt bad for him, like the way that he just got publicly defamed and dragged through the mud. Oh my gosh. And little Voldemort, Jeffree Star over there also had some input on it. But yeah, that's all I can say on that. And Jeffree Star, if you're watching this, please don't come and find me. I do not want to die. And look here, Jeffrey Epstein Jr. I know about you. I have heard about you, and I do not trust you. You have connections in higher places. Please do not find me. At least I wasn't like your stealing ex-boyfriend. Probably took your Birkin bag, your Gucci sweats. Ooh. He made a bag. I'm going to hell for this. But yeah, so, but let's get back on topic because I digress. But yeah, so those are the two biggest things. And then this third one, I just feel like it's kind of a hypothetical, a potential, not set in stone proof, but it's clearly been a trend. Pretty people don't get canceled. And I know a lot of people are probably gonna be mad at me for saying this, but if y'all just look back, pretty people don't get canceled. All these freaking TikTokers and influencers, they have all said the N-word so many freaking times. And they make their whole apology video and the I'm so sorry, and I understand if you don't want to follow me, knowing damn well nobody's gonna unfollow them and they're gonna be forgiven. And truth be told, these people have the most mediocre talent half the time, but they're just so pretty that people forgive them. Not even all of them are pretty, some of them just like baseline, borderline mediocre, and they get forgiven. Which is why I'm gonna make a video where I also rate their inward apologies, because I just think it's quite comical that we're all like, oh my gosh, he did not mean to say it 3 times. He did it. The internet, some of y'all real pathetic. We're weak, but I understand. Maybe I don't. I don't know. We're not here to talk about me. But long story short, if somebody's pretty enough, if somebody's powerful enough, if somebody's talented enough, you're gonna forgive them. Mariah Carey has said all kinds of crazy shit, and people forgave her. Ariana has said questionable things at times. We forgave her. Nah, a little racist Voldemort over there. We forgave him and kind of didn't forgive him. Like, I feel like we forgave him because we were scared and we were in on the tea and we loved the tea. But it was really funny because the second some tea came out about him, everybody was like, yeah, I don't support him anymore. I was like, y'all act like his whole career hasn't been a scandal. So Voldemort, as I said, please don't come for me. Don't cast those damn spells. Ooh, nightmares. And you know, this ain't a diss roast or anything, but for someone that has millions of dollars, sometimes his wigs be looking real Party City. But that's not here nor there. But James Charles, no matter what his social standing is, we cannot say that he didn't have a good wig. That's Becky with the good hair right there. That's a good wig. I'm talking thousands. Ooh, let me tell you, if I didn't know James Charles was a guy and he threw on a wig and some makeup, I would think he's a female. Like, naturally, and like, I'm not dissing him, like, that's a compliment. Like, his wigs and his makeup, they do be popping no matter what y'all want to say, regardless of all else. If we're just talking about talent and skill, it's there. It is there. Now, Miss Voldemort, bitch. They do have talent, but there's just something about them. And I know, like, the alien look is their brand, but I'm terrified. It's spooky season, bitch. I catch you at the haunted house. Why am I talking like that? And then before I move into my like little next segment, let's just talk about how some people create scandals because they're becoming irrelevant and they know that scandal is going to keep them in the public eye, so of course they're going to stick with the scandal. Like, if you're irrelevant, all you gotta do is do something mildly bad. Everyone's be like, oh my gosh, did you hear about that? And here's what's happening. They're completely forgetting that you were irrelevant and talking about you so much that you are relevant again. So you don't get canceled, you get more famous. That's an innovator right there. It's like, you take a couple punches to make a couple $1 million. Ooh, it's awful. It's awful to say the least. But, it's a smart play on their part.
Hi guys, so yes, I did that. And you would do it too for a check. I was an employee. And I was gonna get employee of the month. And that's on period.
That's the kind of energy they give me. So now that I've talked about why they don't stick, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about what potentially makes them stick. One of the biggest things that I think factors into this is if there's repeat offenses, it will stick. Like, after a while, Jeffree Star, he was getting away, his life was a scandal, his career a scandal, but most recently, when he got into his most biggest scandal where basically all of his karma and his past had caught up to him, people did kind of withdraw because they're like, he's a nasty person. He lost his deal with Morphe. He released a palette that didn't sell out, that was embarrassing. And then, of course, he just kind of lost his following and his engagement. And he kind of had to pull a James Charles where he got canceled and he said, all right, that's it, I'm going on vacation. I'm gonna have to peace out. I'm gonna take my bag, get my coin, and leave. So yeah, maybe he will come back, maybe he won't. But as of right now, he was kind of canceled. Until like, I guess yesterday or the day before that, his ex-boyfriend, who was probably straight, let's not get into it. Ooh, all I gotta say is he loves those straight men, doesn't he? Jeffree Star called James Charles a predator. But Jeffree, let's talk about you, man. Because your men, they look straight. Yes, I'm talking they want WAP, not WAB. I'm awful. Long story short, he's dating a basketball player, and homeboy, we don't know what he stole, but if I were to guess, he probably took the Birkin. Ooh, you gotta go for the Birkin. You gotta go for the good stuff. He probably took the Gucci sweatsuits, the Louis Vuitton glasses. Ooh, he probably robbed this man blind. And Jeffree Star said, yes, I can buy it again, but damn, I guess he didn't get that vault reinstalled. And now look at him. I mean, he's still rich, so I guess it really doesn't matter. What am I looking at? I know he has 100 times more in his bank account than I ever will. Should I become a makeup guru? Make a makeup palette while I get rich. Video ideas. And then, in all seriousness, no pun intended for this next part, a serious enough issue. So I feel like if somebody said something that was like truly awful, or just did something truly crazy, they would get canceled. Like, y'all remember when Chris Brown was over here beating women up? Eventually we canceled him for it because he was a domestic abuser. Like, I honestly can't listen to him. And granted, back in the day, he had like some bops, but like, ever since he beat up Miss Riri, Miss Rihanna Fenty, the baddest bitch, bad girl Riri, I just couldn't trust him. I couldn't trust him, I couldn't trust his music taste, I couldn't trust anything. Because if you're gonna lay hands on somebody, I'm not gonna support you. I'm not gonna put somebody in your pocket if you're just gonna turn around and do some crazy like that. Like, let me at least put my money somewhere good. Like, granted, am I doing too much? No. But I don't wanna support you and enable you. Like, I'm insignificant in your bank account, I don't care. But I'm gonna do my part and just not support you. Period, that's it. That's that. And honestly, you guys, I just wanna say that I did not make this video to justify anybody's actions or to say that people can't be canceled or to make anybody feel some type of way. This is honestly just me speaking my mind. I was spitballing, I was thinking off the top of my head. I mean, it is my YouTube channel, so I can make a video about whatever I want. But yeah, I'm just kind of thinking out loud, like, cancel culture is kind of stupid because it's never gonna stick. People aren't committed, y'all aren't dedicated to the cause. So yeah, that's cancel culture for you, wrapped up. That's why I personally feel like it doesn't stick, and trends that we've actually been able to see that they don't stick. But yeah, like, hey, well, if you have any other things that you want to add into this, or if you agree or whatever you want to say, go ahead and comment it down below, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Maybe even follow me on some social medias if you want to. And yeah, I hope to see you guys again soon, and I hope you stick around. Thank you guys, my name is Nick, and have a great day.